But 12 inches?
I would have to see 12 inches to know what it looks like, but it don't sound that horrible.
12 inches is like this.
That's crazy for you to illustrate on any level.
Welcome back to another episode of Mike Murphy Show featuring my main man,
John Grimes.
Yo, they got TikTok the fuck up out of there last night, dog.
The greatest market employee of the past 20 years.
So I think it's back.
It's back already.
But so let me get into this, right? So we on the West Coast, so the 19th hit on the East Coast at 9 o'clock here.
Yeah, I was there. That shit was crazy.
Yes.
People was acting crazy last night. And like insane.
So I was working on something on CapCut, stopped for a minute, whatever. Then I popped on Pursuit of Happiness because I just had I was editing all day. So I was like, I'll fuck with that tomorrow, whatever. And I go on TikTok and it's like, yeah, there's a banned message. Yeah, we out of here. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. Now, some people thought it was funny. I didn't, because I know there's creators that's their livelihood. You know what I mean? Like they make money from TikTok. You know what I mean? Like their brand or whatever, affiliate deal, whatever. So I wasn't like, oh, I don't care about it. I know that outside of it being just a social media platform, it's also a stream of income for some people. So I wasn't like happy about it. On a side of like using it, I didn't care about that because I don't really use it like that. So I wasn't really like pressed about it. Then I wanted to get back on CapCut on my phone just to try something else out. CapCut is owned by the same company as TikTok. And I guess there's another app called Lemonade or some shit.
Yeah.
ByteDance, everybody out of there. That's when I was like, oh, time out, dog.
CapCut is a bitch, yeah.
I needed that. Luckily, I edited the pod on Final Cut. The last episode we did, I did it on CapCut just to try it out. It was pretty good. It crashed a couple times, like when I was trying to make the reels. But the regular pod, it worked fine. But Final Cut is more like a professional thing. Once that happened, I was like, I'm glad I know how to use Final Cut and got it. Because imagine we shooting, I go to edit that joint, and it's like, yeah, nah, you can't even do it.
You got to go to China.
Yeah.
To finish editing.
Some people were so addictive, they was like, yeah, I got a VPN from the Dominican Republic that I could use. I'm like, bro, I ain't doing all that.
Bro, I didn't think it was a big deal. I also didn't think it would last long because it's too much money. Right? Whenever there's money involved, I'm like, they ain't going nowhere. But the idea that it came back on today and it shouts out Trump for turning the services back on, is like, that nigga did that shit from the jump, bro. He's like, send a message tonight saying that y'all shit turned off. And then tomorrow morning be like, lo and behold, our Sky Daddy Trump fixed everything for us.
T-Daddy in the building.
Bro, that's what happened. It's great marketing, not gonna lie. Because then everybody's like, thank you, Trump. I got TikTok back.
But the thing is, he's the one that initiated the original ban.
Exactly. He the boyfriend that beat you and put makeup on you at the same time. Like, oh,
facts.
Black eyes, me fix that. Bitch, don't ever do it again. Like, he Ike Turner us. He Iking the shit out of us right now.
It's like if I get a cold, I get you sick, and I'm like, yo, I got a medicine for it. Here, it's this much. You know what I'm saying? Or nah, but I'm gonna just give it to you because I like you. You're like, oh my God, thank you so much. I got you sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they don't see. And I'm just like, yo, that's how I know that some people are so just ignorant and just dumb. Like, how you don't realize that? You know what I mean?
Well, my TikTok is not geared to the smart.
No, not the one in America, at least.
Short attention span to be on there that long. Speaking of Trump, he's about to hit, by the time people watch this, he's gonna be on the job, ain't he?
Yeah.
That's real, y'all. Active president.
Yeah,
Trump
he'll be inaugurated by the time this drops.
Did you hear all the heat that Snoop Dogg and
Nelly
got for performing?
Yeah.
Nigga, let me tell you something. I did it. I don't give a shit. Look here, once the deed is done, like once he already locked in as president, that's y'all new president for the next 4 years. Now it's just a paycheck. You gonna take the paycheck? You're not gonna take the paycheck. What you gonna do?
But the thing about it is, Snoop was talking big shit the first go around. Mm-hmm. You didn't see all the videos they were posting? Yeah, what coon or what he was calling Jigaboo is gonna perform at the inauguration. They gave Snoop that bag. He was like, yeah, I'm in there, son.
Yeah, he did the TikTok thing to himself. He said, if I ain't doing no shit, I'm gonna do that shit. Like, there's no way, bro. Like, especially them niggas. They like it wasn't like the young generation give a fuck anyway. They don't listen to Snoop or Nelly. So they ain't like they bothered by it. So what, we mad?
40, 50-year-old niggas
are we bumping Snoop and Nelly like right now? So like, what we gonna do about it? Nothing.
Like Nelly was hot as fish grease in like what, 01,
exactly
03?
20 years ago. Exactly 20 years ago. He was
So
the man.
05?
Yeah, 02, 03, 04.
Oh yeah. So
Pimp
over
Juice, all
20
that.
years ago.
Right.
Man, some people don't even know who Nelly is.
It's kids right now that have who can vote that don't know Nelly got a song. They be like, "Who is that dude?"
Yeah,
That's the Shibuya guy, right? Like what? No, that's not
he messed with Ashanti or something.
Yeah, bro.
And they only know her because they lust over her. You know what I'm saying? Like how we did like Pam Grier or something when we was like, damn, Pam Grier weird as hell.
Nigga,
we don't know her from Jackie Brown or no shit like you know what I'm saying?
If they said, "Yo, John, we need a comedian for the president inauguration," I'm like, man, that's a bad look for me, man. I got my fans. I don't want to lose my fan base. They offering $4 million for you to do a set. Nigga, I'd be in that bitch like, what's the difference between a black man and a picnic table? All right. Come on, guys. Only one can support
up
a
there
family.
shucking and jabbing for the
4 more years.
up there shucking and jabbing for the check.
Nigga, $4 million. I'm telling jokes like a motherfucker.
Man,
in
listen,
front of everybody.
Most of the people
and overall
talking shit, saying they wouldn't do it, ain't never even been presented with the bread to do something like that.
Honestly, dog, in 20 years from now, it's always the same. It's like when KD went to the Warriors. I was like, I can't believe you did that shit, nigga. 20 years from now, all you know is KD got 2 rings. That's all you know. 20 years from now, nigga, Nelly and them, he was at the inauguration. That's crazy. That's all you're going to see 20 years from now.
And if KD would have retired with Golden State, most people would have forgot that he ever even played for Oklahoma.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I think about it, I only remember Golden State until I started thinking about Westbrook and Harden. I'm like,
Absolutely.
they was the trio.
If he'd have stayed there, he probably got 2 more rings, and he would. I think the Thunder era would have been removed.
Well, he's at the Suns now. He was at the Nets,
Nets
Suns,
and the Suns. Yeah,
yeah.
he might not stay with the Suns after this year.
No, he was complaining.
They asked.
Speaking of, you talk about doing a set at the Trump. Did you see the Chappelle's monologue on SNL?
I did not. I gotta watch it tonight. Don't spoil it for me. Was it good?
Oh, we can't talk about it. I got it on my phone. I'll send it to you if you want it.
Just rate it out of 10.
10.
Yeah?
Facts.
I'm excited.
Listen, when you able to touch on stuff, so I'll give you a slight spoiler, but not really. He talked about the fires, right? Briefly. When them fires, so let me go back. As comedians, we think like, yo, anything you can make a joke about anything as long as it's funny. Ain't no too soon, nothing, you know what I mean? So when Kobe passed away, rest in peace, I remember going to the Improv and watching the open mic. And at the time I didn't know this dude, but it was Malik B. I don't even remember he was going around Hollywood with that little his leg was messed up, so he was like in that thing where you kneel on it like a scooter.
Oh yeah,
he was in that, right? And I was like, what the fuck is he doing? I didn't know he was, you know what I mean? Everybody knew him. He went up and told a Kobe joke. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't funny enough to do it at that moment. And Rita was like, don't do that. Like she chastised him, whatever, right? Oh yeah, she was like, I'm not playing with you. Like you'll never perform on a stage again if you do something like that. Like in the beginning of the show, she said nobody do that. But you know, you can't tell comedians what they can and can't tell. Especially if a nigga worked out a 5-minute bit that he went there to work on that and you tell him no Kobe jokes, I'm doing this joke. Like, so he did it, whatever. Then I ended up meeting, we got cool from them. But that's how I first met him. And I was like, yeah, it was a little too soon. So when the fires happened, I didn't feel like, I didn't see any angle where you could make fun of like that situation. But that was the lesser, me not being as talented as someone like Chappelle or Bill, because they both made jokes about it and they took a different angle where they're joking about the fires, but not the victims. So they're taking a different angle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I saw Lavelle Crawford last night and he probably took another angle and I was like, did not see that coming.
Was it good?
Of course. Lavelle Crawford just make everything sound
funny.
Right. But it was hilarious. And it was goofy as fuck, but it's like, that's just so many ways you can do it. It is something about being good at that type of topic or just being present enough to realize like what the angle is. Because I think even Tone says like, if you think of a joke, that's the joke everybody else just thought of. Throw that away immediately.
I think you were the one that told me, you said about Bill Burr, about how he writes jokes. He writes down every angle, everything, and then like, well, this is the first, all these people are going to think of this first. Get rid of it.
Nah, I might be Tone that said that because like, yeah, he says throw away the first like 3 versions.
Okay, so I wasn't you. Somebody said they either seen Bill Burr talking about this or he personally told him like, I don't know what setting, but he says the topic is like interracial dating or whatever. Oh, everybody's gonna say like the white girl, she can't cook. You know, black dude, he's thug, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm looking at every angle of it and saying, what is the least likely thing that people would talk about but could relate to? And then I go for that and I break it down. He's like, I look at every angle of it and then pick the one that's probably least popular, but still easily relatable. And then go for that because now it doesn't seem hacky as a black-white thing, but it's like, oh shit, I never thought about it like that. And I go from there. So when Bill Burr spoke about it on, I think, Jimmy Kimmel,
Oh, right, yeah.
he was like, people were like, oh, they weren't prepared. He's like, well, how could anybody be prepared for the worst fire that ever fucking been known?
Yeah,
Like,
I saw that, yeah.
what are you talking about? Like, you guys are keyboard words. He went at that angle, which is like, we all know, we sit on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. We see the comments. You're like, you fucking stupid. You sound dumb. We're thinking that. He's saying it. But again, someone who's not intellectual or smart, they don't like Bill Burr. They don't like Chappelle. Because you really got to think and see the angle like, damn, that's crazy. Chappelle took a different angle. Even outside of like, Bill pretty much got on people that were like criticizing the way it was handled.
Right.
Chappelle dealt with it. And I don't want to spoil it for you. He spoke about it in a different angle.
So the last fire that happened, not this recent one, I made a bit up about fires, and it was the Malibu fires, right? And so I was, I was hooping in Brentwood, and I wrote the bit. And here's what's weird about the bit is that I did that bit back in the Malibu fires, which I think was like 2018, 2017 maybe. And then like a girl at an open mic 2 weeks ago was like, said something about fires. I really wasn't paying attention to her set. But I was like, I wish I had a good fire joke. And I was like, oh, that's funny you said that when I got on stage. I was like, I got a fire joke. I haven't done it in like 5 years, but I still remember it. And she said, well, go ahead and tell it. And so the whole room was like, yeah, tell the fire joke. And this is like, I guess 3 days before the shit happened. I didn't realize,
so this is before these fires happened.
This is like the week of the fires about to start. I didn't know that the fires had already started.
Oh,
when I was telling the joke to the girl, I was like, oh, you said something about fire. That reminded me of my joke from 5 years ago. I didn't realize the fires had already started. So I tell the joke to them, like, oh, yeah. Basically, I was saying that when I was hooping in Brentwood, you can't help but smell the smoke. And I had to stop the game I was playing. I was playing basketball. I stopped and said, damn, even rich people shit burning smell better than poor people shit burning. I was like, is that a 6-bedroom, 5-bathroom house? And everybody started laughing. Like, is that a Range Rover burning like that? And so everybody was laughing. I was like, yeah, that's just something I said. Like, just rich people burning smell better than poor people burning.
Just completely oblivious.
Yeah, the girl's like, oh my God, that is so funny. And I'm just like, all right, y'all, I'm done. I just wanted to throw that out there because I hadn't done it in 5 years. And I dropped it after that. And then literally when the fire started happening, I was like, oh fuck. No, I didn't know this was happening right now. I just told them, like, I hope them people don't think worse of me. All those comics at the room, they're like, I didn't know it had just happened. So I was just like, I wasn't even paying attention. I didn't realize fires were firing like that. So I just was telling an old joke. But I was like, premise-wise, I hadn't heard that done before. So I was like, I'll keep it. Not now. I'm not telling that joke right now, obviously. But
even, I'm going to tell you right now, just from listening to you, I know it's way more polished than what you just said. But I can get what you're saying. That would still be, you're not like making fun of the victims. You're actually being like, y'all should use, even in turmoil, still doing better than us.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because hood fires burn dark as shit.
Like, that's like a rent-a-center couch. That shit.
The plastic on your shit be burned. You be like, man, that raid. It's a raid can.
It's a raid can. Get facts. So you could do it, and it's still no one will be like too soon. But when Chappelle did it, I was like, oh, he talked about a bunch of stuff that bro. I wish I could just be half as good as he is when it's all said and done. Because this is like, the thing about him too, what I learned is a lot of the stuff that you could tell that exact same, you could take one of his jokes, not from the monologue, just a joke from, and you could do it and it wouldn't do well because the thing that he's earned over time is patience.
Trust, yeah.
Yeah, so when he might be taking a while to get to something, you already know that punchline is going to fuck you up.
Payoff is worth it.
So they're like, just shut up and listen. This is going to be good. If you start doing that or I start doing it, like, hey, nigga, come the fuck on with the punchline, dog.
I want to say, that was my first couple of years out here in LA. I was arrogantly telling 3-minute bits, just like, and niggas would be like, what the fuck? Like, the laugh is going to be funny. If y'all just wait for the, anybody wait for my fucking laugh. Nobody's waiting for me, dog. I had to realize, like, speed that shit up. So now it's taught me a lot, though. Like, you have to earn the patience.
Yeah, you got to.
You know what I'm saying?
The trust. It's like, okay, yeah. Ali Sadiq, we talked about that when Vaughn was on here.
If I do well in a set, like I'm doing like a feature set and I'm doing 30, first 15 minutes is all punches, like pow, 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 pow. The second half, I might do longer bits because I know they trust me now. They're like, oh, it's probably gonna be funny too. He just like it's so much crazy audience control. That's all we doing. We spend all this time trying to get them to trust us. So by the time they trust us, whatever we say, it's gonna be magic to them.
Yeah. Once you get to that point,
Right.
and they know, that's why it's like, especially this day and age, it's so crucial to build your audience via stuff like what we're doing, a podcast or your social media. Because think about this, right? Right now we don't have a huge following doing this, but let's just say fast forward a year, we done built up a nice. So we got 50,000 subscribers that every week they're like, oh, I can't. Oh, we're here in Virginia this weekend, and they show up. When you tell a joke, they're like, yo, that's crazy because on a show, you said you're building a rapport with them.
Yeah.
And so now, even when you're kind of not doing as well, they still love you from the relationship you built something separately.
You are endeared to them, right? So like, there's no beef there. Like, I think Tony says this a lot, but like, when I come out on stage, it don't matter how well I do, they there to see him.
Yeah.
So I could be the funniest nigga ever. It wouldn't matter. I could be the worst nigga ever. Both ways to them could go the same way. And it still would be like, all right, Tony's next. Here we go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, that's why he always say that y'all should be doing the funniest shit ever or trying y'all best to do the funniest shit ever because it won't matter. They didn't come to see you. And I kept thinking early on, like, nah, that can't be right. Like, surely it should matter. And now I get, like, it don't matter. They came to see a person.
It does and doesn't matter. It matters in the sense of you don't want the show to be horrible.
Oh, yeah.
In that
overall
sense, it matters.
100%.
Overall, yeah, but for you personally, it doesn't matter.
It does not matter. And for the person who bought the ticket, they did not say my name on that fucking ticket. They only came to see him anyway.
They're not going to not come see him next time because Grimes fucked up.
Exactly. So it's like, to them, the person who bought that ticket waiting on a good experience, oh, that was actually a good guy before Tony came out.
That's an
great.
appetizer.
But now Tony's here. So like, that's what they were here for. So yeah, you can't change their goals. Their goals was to see that man tonight. And then, because it don't matter how funny I am. If I say at the end of my set, all right, y'all, surprise, Tony's not even here. It was just me. Nigga, they throwing shit. Throwing shit. It don't matter. That's how you know it don't matter that you were there. Like, nigga.
I'll give you a perfect example of that. So a while back, it's over a year ago, I told you that my boy that started me in comedy back in Pittsburgh, he is Gary Owen's feature.
Mm-hmm.
So they were scheduled to do a weekend in Philly, and I seen Gary post something like, sorry, guys, like, I think it was like the Friday, like they didn't even do a show yet. Like it was like on like earlier that afternoon, like, sorry guys, I'm not gonna be able to make it. I had a family emergency, but my feature, he's gonna do the weekend. Y'all should still come see him or whatever, boom, boom. And I asked my man, like, how was it? Oh, it's pretty decent because some people didn't even realize he wasn't coming. Like when they got there, it was like, oh, like they didn't know, you know what I mean? But he was like, it was definitely a difference in turnout and enthusiasm once they realized like he's not here, it's just me basically headlining this weekend instead of him. He'll make it up to y'all. I said, well, you're kind of like fighting an uphill battle. One, they didn't buy tickets to see you, so they feel like they're getting screwed anyways.
Absolutely.
And then, well, that's the one. Then it's like, it's not even your audience. Like, yeah, you're his feature, but his comedy and Gary's comedy is not the same. So, like, again, if you're there before the person gets to see, they'll tolerate that. Especially if you're funny, it might not be their style. But they're like, oh, that was decent. I like the little shrimp cocktail. That was cool. Bring out the steak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want the steak now.
That it should help you understand so much more about what a fan base means. Like when they want you to do you have a draw? The draw is, do people want to come pay and see you? Like, and there are situations, right, where the headliner might not be there, but then a different comedian came out and they'd be like, oh shit, even better, right? Like, oh, we're not gonna get to see him, but Kevin Hart just walked in. Kevin Hart, like, right? It changed the whole fucking dynamic.
Oh,
right?
yeah, that.
There's levels to everything, right? So like, dang, we get to see Gary, but Kevin Hart's here instead. Man, fuck it. Like, there's different ways of how things could go. We're on the end of nigga, we not here came to see his dad, and this nigga's walking out right now. Like, it's fine. It's all fine. It's just perspective to everything, right?
Yeah.
Because if you came to see me and Dave Chappelle walked out instead, niggas wouldn't even text me. They'd be like, man, I forgot you was supposed to be on the show.
What'd y'all do this week? We went to see Chappelle.
Yeah,
Niggas is not even adding the fact that was an audible.
I think John sold me the ticket. I think John.
Niggas were like, Chappelle, when was he coming? Oh, yeah, it was a surprise.
Yeah,
like,
man.
they not saying, yo, here's the thing, right?
Nigga.
We bought tickets to see this nigga Grammy.
Yeah.
We all excited. Chappelle pops out saying he had an emergency. He's doing the
I
weekend
hope it's okay.
with a treat. You know what I'm saying? They were like, yeah. So who was the first nigga?
We gotta book some John Grimes tickets. It sound like Dave Chappelle's coming out.
Bro, swear to God. They'll buy tickets to you expecting that now.
That's hilarious.
That's fucked up. So the Lions got upset yesterday by the Commanders, Redskins, whatever you want to call them.
Redskins. When they do something like that, they gotta call them Redskins again.
Yeah, facts.
Um,
But I don't know. The Redskins never was really winning like that as the Redskins.
I ain't never seen a young nigga this good since 79 Magic. This nigga is cold.
Who?
Jaden Daniels, the quarterback.
Oh, the quarterback?
Yeah, he cold, man. He an old ass rookie, as they call it. He 25-year-old rookie, but sometimes niggas need to sit and bake.
He
You know
probably
what I'm
got that COVID year, probably got a red shirt.
5 years eligibility, and then came out grown. See, it makes you realize that some people just come out too early and they're not ready yet to be a grown ass man. And
Was
work
he
with
the
grown-ass
quarterback?
men.
Was he the quarterback that teams passed over for Mac Jones?
This is his first year. I don't think Matt Jones was last year, wasn't he?
Oh, okay. So I thought there was a quarterback that was saying, like, can you believe all these teams pass over this dude?
He was the second quarterback taken this year. So somebody else got drafted ahead of him. And
it was Caleb Williams.
Oh,
for,
yeah.
The Bears.
That's right, yeah. So he was the second quarterback taken.
But that makes sense. He was, he's not playing like that, but I'm saying it made sense for that to happen. Like, it wasn't like, are you serious? You passed him up to get him? Now, you see it now how the season's turned out. You say that. But in college, no one was saying that.
Same thing was CJ Stroud and the boy from Carolina, Bryce Young. Like, everybody thought Bryce Young was like the number 1 pick, and CJ Stroud was the number 2 pick, and he been kicking ass for the last 2 years. But no, that Jaden Daniels dude is I like the idea of being mature as a young rookie versus like being these 19, 20-year-old rookies trying to take over an entire corporation, which is what you're doing. You're putting these kids in charge of like these niggas' paychecks. Think about that. That's the only time I got like a real reality check is when I had that job and nigga told me, man, hey man, I got a $10,000 mortgage. I can't be letting you fuck up my deals. And I was like, fuck your mortgage got to do with me. I'm like, because I'm on the same team as you?
Yeah.
I got to close the deal so that you can eat. And I was like, oh, that's fucking uncomfortable as fuck. So imagine another grown-ass man walking down the hallway to a young rookie, 21-year-old rookie who trying to get some bitches and buy some bottles. Hey, little nigga, hey, yeah, party all you want to, but hey, it's game day. You better throw 300 yards before touchdowns, nigga. I ain't trying to get traded. I just bought this house. Now you looking at him like, why your house got to do? Oh,
but who was it that threw their team, their lineman under the bus? And he was like, that shit wouldn't happen in the NFL. It was a college. Shador.
Yeah, he said that.
He was talking shit about his lineman, and I think it might have been Gilbert Arenas and them, or maybe Kevin Garnett. But someone was speaking like that shit would never happen in a professional sports where you doing that. Like, he's saying that, then the coaches start looking at the linemen and they get traded, lose like you said, it's like, I'll fuck you up. You fucking with my livelihood now. Don't get on TV in an interview and say no shit like that. What's wrong with you? Like, he's like, that shit don't, like, they would have fucked him up in the locker room about some shit like that.
It's so much more. The value of your words holds so much more weight the better your life get. It should not be that unfair, but it is.
Life's not fair.
I can talk so much shit right now as nobody about any celebrity. I can go viral over the next 3 months, and them same celebrities might see me now and be like, hey, what you say, old bitch ass nigga, last year? I'm like, last year I was a nobody? Oh, come on, dog. You can't be holding that shit against me. Like, nigga, I was nobody.
I know.
Like, I know I was going to be this, nigga. The fuck? So it's crazy how you really got to control your thoughts and then control your mouth, because what you say is a thing.
Facts.
More now than ever, I feel like. Once you on tape saying something, it's harder to get that shit back than it is a crime.
Example, think about it. Kevin Hart, as big as he is, when they went to let him host the Oscars and they brought up some shit from like 12 years before that or 10 years prior to that.
Yeah.
Remember they're like, when he said he was going to break the dollhouse over his son's head if he was gay?
Oh, right.
Like, think about that. When he said that, remember we talked about that? I think it was last week when you said, I got a tweet that I think is funny and they're going to bring it up. Bro, you'd think when he said that, that was a tweet, but he said that in a special too.
Right.
So it wasn't like it was just on Twitter. That was in a special.
Said, this is a good bit. I'm going to make this a bit, probably.
Yeah, and he put it in a special. And then
they asked
years later, like, yo, let me holler at you, my boy, because you wasn't the Kevin Hart then that you are now. And if people see that, they're attaching that to this Kevin Hart.
Could you speak for the nigga you were 10 years ago?
That's crazy.
Apologize.
But
Which is interesting because I don't. I feel like I would do exactly what he did originally, where it's just like, I'm just a joke, bro. I did it. I'm living with it. He apologized a dollar short day late. You know what I'm
so
saying?
here's the thing that, and I'll give you an example of why. I believe if you do something like what he ended up doing was saying, look, I wasn't, if I offended anybody, I apologize. That's not what I meant, whatever, cool. What he said was crazy. But like, again, when we talk about this, the Andrew Schultz thing, where he was talking about black women and the shits and gigs dudes was laughing or whatever, and they issued an apology. And there's where I think their mistake was. Because I watched the Andrew Schultz thing, laughing or whatever. Once they kind of threw Andrew Schultz under the bus, like we just didn't want to be there. We were just trying to get away. Like they made it seem like they were like hostages in this situation. When all they did was just laugh at comedians. I'd have been like, look, guys, like these are comedians. They're just being funny. Maybe you didn't like the joke, cool. We just laugh. Like, we're not issuing no apology for laughing. Like, take it up with him if you got a problem. Don't get mad at us for laughing. Once they apologized and they kind of threw him under the bus, he came out like negative. First of all, your team reviewed the whole thing and asked us to take certain things out that you didn't want to be in there, and that wasn't one of them. So don't sit here now saying you were so offended. That's where they fucked up. Instead of them just being like, look, we just was laughing at people. He probably don't even mean that. He's a comedian. He's cracking jokes, whatever. Like, we just laughing. What are you mad at us for? That's how I would have done it. Once you start making people make you apologize for stuff like that, then now they control your creativity, because anything they say or anything you say or do they don't like, they're like, no, say sorry for that. And they know you'll do it because you're afraid to get canceled.
You know what is crazy about that? I'm trying to think of a white comic that they've asked to do that about in the past.
To say sorry?
Hey, not what's his name? Anthony Jeselnik. You had a dead baby joke you made 10 years ago. Do you want to apologize for those dead baby jokes?
Well, you know why it's not happening.
You know what's crazy about that is that no black comic ever pauses and goes,
no.
Why y'all doing this to me? Why y'all asking me?
Think about Ricky Gervais.
They got crazy jokes. Oh, Louis C.K. got in trouble for something that I thought one of his jokes would have been way first. Like, have you heard some of the bits he did?
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like, that's crazy. Then I think about it, that all them crazy jokes they got, and nobody has ever had a white comic. I don't think I've ever heard a white comic have to go online or public and say, I don't think I've ever seen a white comic apologize.
It's our people are so hard on each other. So like,
that's crazy.
So I'll give you an example, right? Chris Rock, Jerry Seinfeld, Ricky Gervais, and Louis C.K. were all in the room.
Oh, the table talk, yeah.
And they were talking about saying the N-word or whatever.
Right. Seinfeld looked at him.
Seinfeld was looking at him like, y'all are bugging the fuck out. Like, and I didn't look at it like Seinfeld was just like, I know the cameras are on me, let me act a certain way. I really genuinely was like, Seinfeld is not with that shit.
That's Seinfeld personality.
Yeah, he's like,
he's like, yeah, I don't find a reason to say it.
It's not funny at all.
Or now.
And they're saying it right there, laughing, boom, boom, boom. Chris Rock is like, oh, boom. They were more mad at Chris Rock, understandably, that he was allowing them to say it, than they were mad at the people who fucking said it. Like, it was two white comedians saying nigga, and they were mad that Chris Rock was letting them say it instead of them actually saying it. If you look at that situation, it's just like we all grew up in public school, whatever. Me and you, I'm roasting the shit out of you, cooking you. Everybody's laughing at you, and you look at the dude who's like a punk and be like, what you laughing at? I'll fuck you up. Yeah. You don't say shit to me. It's like, nah, bro, like, because, and it could go back to years of, oppression, slavery, all this shit. We're conditioned to hate each other and look for the approval of white people. That's my opinion.
We pull people down back to our reality. We want them to be normalized. That's why the media clickbait shit is so sensational when somebody gets caught cheating or a celebrity does something normal people do, because it's like, oh, he's one of us.
Yeah,
he got caught cheating. Oh, he has a secret child. He's just like us. Like, that's so weird to want people, like, we glorify them for being so different than us, and then they do some normal people shit, and we go, we got them back to us. Like, when that witch hunt thing they did for Kevin Hart back on that video and shit, and everybody wanted to find out, like, when did comedians become that interested in y'all? Did y'all want to see what a comedian's love life is like? When does that ever happen? Like, everybody got to slow down.
It's weird. But I was thinking, because we were talking about sports earlier, here's the top 3 things that I think save relationships. Sports, video games, and side chicks.
Mm.
I know you didn't expect the last one, but let me explain. Sports. When sports are on, like, in America, we don't care about soccer. So, and in black culture, we don't really care about hockey.
Right.
And we kind of don't really care about baseball either. So we really only got basketball and football season.
Right.
Which kind of run back to back. Football bleeds right into the NBA, and that takes us to the summer. Then we kind of got the summer off, you know what I mean? So football comes back around. But when sports is on, we just want to get wings, drinks with our boys. We're out. We're not fucking with the hoes because we're doing man cave
Football
shit.
is our girl.
Yeah, we just like, yo, I want to be in the house watching the game on Sunday when I could be out cheating.
Right.
The woman's nagging you. You always got the game on. I could be having hoes on. Leave me alone. So that's one. So when sports is on, let that man watch the game because guess what? He could be out playing with somebody else.
I could be hiking the bitch right now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He could be playing with her joysticks. You know what I'm saying? Her toggles. So that's one. Video game, same thing. Dude sitting in the house for 3-4 hours a day playing a video game. What if he wasn't doing that? Where could he be at? You know what I'm saying? Let him play the game.
Using them thumbs to text hoes.
Yeah, you got eyes on this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You good. Stay safe. And the side chick, she's keeping him with you because he fucks her because it's a little bit peaceful over there, but she don't offer nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Her house might be a little bit dirty. She got kids running around by 3 different niggas. He know to come back to you, but that's just his little break. You know what I'm saying? Like that's his 15-minute break from work.
So a side chick, in addition to sports and gaming, one of those 3 things keeps a happy relationship.
Oh yeah, those 3 things keep. Yeah, because everybody's not gonna play video games.
Oh, separately, any one of those 3 things could be.
They're not gonna.
A successful relationship.
One of those things, one or all 3 could be.
Can you have all 3? That seems like a lot.
No, I don't think you have all 3.
You can't have all 3. You got.
You play video games?
You got to pick 2. I don't play video games.
I don't. And my theory used to be this, right? I used to be like niggas who sit around play video games all day is like that's some broke shit. That's some little kid shit. That's how I used to look at it. Till I seen how much niggas was making like streaming. Then I was like, oh, okay, now we all know most people are not streaming making money. They're just playing. But this is why I don't play video games. So I used to play them all the time. Madden, Call of Duty. Call of Duty was the game that like really got me hooked in because you didn't need to play with somebody else to play that. That was the first game that I played online. And I played it on, I think it was a Xbox 360 maybe. What's the white one, I think?
Yeah.
Xbox 360. And this is why, because I was home. I was like, I didn't live with my girl. I had my own place, but I just got fired from my job. And so I got unemployment. I was in the process of like trying to find another job, but not really in a rush. Because at that time, my unemployment was suitable enough to where I could live off that. And I would be in the house, her house, while she'd be at work, all the lights off in the living room. You know, I was in the Army. So this was more like me traveling back in time to get to do what I love doing in Iraq through a video game. So I'd be in there playing that game locked in for hours, right? She would come home. She wouldn't even speak. She would look at me. Hey, babe, go in the room, whatever, like, until I was finished. And one day we was talking about some shit. She was like, I'm at work all day. I come home, you just sitting around playing that video game. Nigga, go look for a job. I sold that bitch. I never played a video game since that was 2010. I've never played a video game since because I gave her the ick. She said, I'm at work all day. I come home, you're playing that video game. Nigga, go look for a job. I was like, nah. I'm out of here, dog.
So you didn't have a side chick then at that time?
No.
Clearly. I was going to say.
No side chick.
Those words can't hurt you with a side chick. You'd be like, you know what, bitch, you're right. Let me get out of here. So glad you brought it up.
You know what? Let me run down to Home Depot and see if they need a nice...
Stop at CVS first and get some condoms. She want me to get out the house.
But if a guy's playing video games, your relationship is probably safe. If he's watching sports all the time, your relationship is probably safe. Now, if he got a side chick, you don't like that, but your relationship is still safe.
So you never caught feelings for a side chick before?
Oh, yeah. I only had one side chick in my life.
How's she doing?
I don't. You know what, bro?
You still doing?
No, yeah. So look, I met this girl. This was my relationship that didn't work out right before the girl I ended up getting with.
Yeah.
So we broke up, then I meet this next girl, and we're together for a while. And me and that girl stopped talking, like it just was not working out when we were like together the first time.
Right.
Then at some point, like we lost contact, and I kind of was like, I'm not gonna lie, bro, that was the first chick that I think was like love at first sight.
Mm.
Like I was at work, she was like, hey, I made chicken, and I worked 3 to 11. And I was like, I work right down the street from our house. So she was like, if you're hungry, I made food, you can come get a plate. I was like, oh yeah, for sure.
Ain't your girl?
No, at this time, I just met this girl.
Oh, wow.
Like we're just exchanged numbers like maybe like a week or two before this from Facebook. And so she was like, "Oh, you got work today?" I'm like, "Yeah," because she knew where I worked. She was like, "Well, I cooked fried chicken, green beans, rice, my favorite meal all time."
Side chick behavior already.
And she was like, "You can come get a plate if you want. I know you're right down the street." I was like, "I'm definitely coming to get that. Go look." She's like, "All right." When I came in, she had a scarf on, a tank top, sweatpants, and some house shoes. And as soon as I walked in, I was like, I want her. I love her. Like, I don't know what it was, bro. The chemistry was crazy. I ate the food and shit. She gave me a kiss and was like, just call me when you get off. I might still be up. I'm like, bet. Called her when I get off. She's like, come stay tonight. I'm like, all right. That was the first night we kicked it. Fucked. I fucked it up because I fell in love so hard that I was like love bombing her, like, and it didn't work. So we broke up. Yeah. Oh, I was gone. I was all in, real in. So we broke up, and I wasn't happy with it. But then I moved on, met this girl, reconnected with Shorty later on down the line. Like, oh, I ain't seen you. How you been? Blah blah. And now I was way more confident. My bread was up. Like I was just moving on a different. You know what I'm saying? She seen that and was like, oh, who's this? And like, who's this version? She was my side chick for like 7 months. And every Saturday, I coached Little League football. The game would be over. I would go have like a 2 or 3 beers with my boys at the field, leave there. My girl thinks I'm still at the field. I would go to her house. What you want to eat? She's like, oh, bring me this. I'll grab her food, order it, I'll pick it up. I pick up her food, go to her house, we eat. We watch Dateline, First 48. Just lay on the couch, fuck, eat, drink, fuck again, chill, laugh. Best feeling. I go back home. I hate this fucking place. I hate this place.
But side chicks be making shit so simple.
She didn't require nothing.
It make you go back home and be everything's so hard here.
I swear to God, I hate it here.
The simplest shit. I don't know what that is about the simple. Maybe it's the lack of pressure that you have around a girl that you have no attachment to. That you're like, I can say this right now and I can't even get in trouble for it. I might be able to say, bitch. Hey, bitch. She's like, what? Like, look at that shit. Look at that. You see that? I just called her bitch. And she's so cool about it because there's no commitment here.
No pressure.
It's just no pressure. It's a gravity-free zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we just floating in the air. Now, why I think that side people work is because you need an escape. Because I know girls be having side dudes too.
Facts.
So I think everybody wants an escape.
It's a 15-minute break from your work schedule.
Exactly. Like you want that escape and you want it to be somebody that you actually trust not to ruin your life. Like this is a big key of it. Like I can have fun with a person. I can trust you enough that you won't ruin my life at any point down the line.
Because we have an understanding.
This could end. This could blah, blah, but I don't want you to come back and be like, thriller. Like don't try to come back and zombie me, bro, and like ruin my life. So I think that when you find a safe space, whatever you want to call it, or a person that you think is like, this is solid. I could do my thing, go back home, and nobody is hurt. That's a W, right? So side chicks are interesting. I do think they keep relationships together because most men we're so simple that all we want is a little sex and somebody shut the fuck up. And that's all they be doing.
So we had an agreement. It was the every Saturday thing. I mean, we would text you off the week or whatever, it was like that. But we would see each other.
You got a schedule.
Every Saturday. Because I coach football. So that was my reason to be out the house. So the season was over. And it was a Sunday. And she, that was the first Saturday that I didn't get to see her because the season was over. So she was going through withdrawal. She texted me the next day, like, what you doing? I was like, I'm just watching TV at the house. She was like, come fuck me right now. And I was like, bet. And I was like, I picked the phone. It didn't even ring. My girl was sitting on the other couch, and I was like, what? All right, bro. I forgot all about it. I'm like, all right, I'll be there in like 10, 15 minutes, man. I got to get dressed. And I was like, this motherfucker get on my nerves. She said, what? I was like, oh, that was Dre. I forgot I was going to help him. I forget what the lie was now. She was like, oh, all right. She's like, I'm going to make dinner what you want. And I told her, she's like, all right. I was like, I'll be back probably like an hour and a half, maybe not even that long. I don't know how long it's going to take. She's like, all right, cool. No, not even at all like, and I went to her house and I'm like, yo, your son's with his dad. She was like, nah, he's upstairs. I was like, well, how the fuck? She's like, you gonna fuck me in the back of your truck? I was like, bet. That was the best sex me and her ever had in the world. It was in a parking lot of her apartment. We fucked in the back of my truck. I got done and she's like, oh my God, I needed that. I was like, and then that was where I fucked up at because when me and my girl broke up, I thought I'm gonna just be with her again. She was like, no, nigga, like, we got our thing, like it's not that like we tried that, like you're nigga, you know what it is.
That's the
and I don't even want to fuck you if you don't have a girl.
Oh, I was about to say that's That's your second mistake is telling her that you ain't got that you available. Like, no, the allure to it is that they fucking a chick's dude. Like, they like the role of being a mistress, if you will. Like,
There's no pressure for them either.
If I told a bitch that I had a green light to fuck her, she'd be like, "Get out of my house."
Yeah.
My girl, no, I'm here. She dropped me off. Like, get the fuck out of my house, you fucking weirdo.
Sort of God.
So I'm allowed to fuck you, man. Like, no, you're not. Not that green.
I don't even know why I thought about this, bro, but it just crossed my mind. What's the worst you ever been played by a chick, or like the craziest shit a chick ever said to you?
Worst ever been played by a
or
chick.
just like the shit that somebody said to you, like in the context of like trying to date or talk to them, whatever, that made you just be like, "What the fuck just happened?"
I told you about the girl that I thought I was taking on a date in LA, right?
No.
And she took me to
like wake up now shit, or like
okay. So that was disrespectful. I guess it wasn't wild. The wildest. Maybe you gotta go first. I'm trying to think.
All right, I'll go first. You think about it.
Play me that hard, really, without me playing myself first.
So my 11th grade school year, going into 12th grade, like that summer, I needed to take summer school because I was selling drugs that 11th grade year, and I got arrested. So because of that, it fucked up my grade. So for me to go to the 12th grade, I needed to go to summer school. And the way summer school works, I don't know if it's like this now, but in Pittsburgh, for the city schools, all the summer schools at one high school, because we're not really a big city. So everyone that got to summer school is in one school, and every year they pick whatever school they think can facilitate it the best. So this year was at a school called Oliver on the north side. And I'm really not familiar with the north side that much. Like, I don't be over there like that, but got to catch like 3 buses to get to that bitch. It was like, fuck it. But all me and my niggas was all there because we all fucked up. So we get there, me and my man Mark. We there together, me and him thinking Steve's and shit. We did 2 class clowns, always cracking jokes. We're there together, and all our classes together. He bags this one chick, dark-skinned chick. She's like your color, right? Bad as fuck. And I remember she had like the body bitches is paying for now, she had back then in high school. I forget her name, bad as fuck. She had a friend named Simone. And I was like, oh, we gonna do the double date joint, right?
Always a Simone.
So Mark was like, boom. Mark bagged that joint. I hit the friend up. We had the numbers, we exchanged numbers. I'm on house arrest though. So I can't really link her or nothing, you know what I mean? But we talked on the phone. She just went ghost one day. She ain't talking to me, like, you're not answering my calls. Now I see her in some school, she walked right past me, all this. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Somebody, yo, Mark asked Shorty, what's up with her friend? I was too like intimidated to be like, yo, what's up with you? Like, what the fuck is going on? She asked her or whatever. She comes back and tells Mark. I wish you would have just told me, because Mark is going to make this worse for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to let it go. So Mark was like, comes back like, yeah, he's laughing. I'm like, I know this ain't good. So Mark tells me this. She told her friend, like, I don't know, at some point, I know we're going to probably have sex. And I just think his dick is pink and it's going to look like an ice cream sandwich when he sticks it in me, right? And I can't look down and see that, right? So he tells me that Mark is crying, laughing. He's going in on it. He's making me want to fight him, right? Here's the worst part about the whole situation. Mark's girl is your color. The girl I'm talking to is Beyonce's color. So what the fuck? Why would she think that she's brown skinned, that she's gonna look like the outer sandwich of an ice cream? Like, that was just some made up bullshit. And basically she was like, I think your dick is pink and I don't want to fuck you.
The Neapolitan ice cream sandwich is crazy, bro. That's only one side of the ice cream sandwich. She took a third of the sandwich and was terrified of it. Little pink dick like a dog. That's crazy, bro.
Yo, and she said that, and I was like, and Mark made it, he just kept making it so bad. So I snitched on Mark to his girl because he was lying to her about his age. Because she was like a senior, like needed that to graduate high school. We were going to 12th grade, but he's younger than all of us. Like, he almost kind of should be in a grade under us. But like, his birthday falls kind of weird, so he's in that grade. But he was younger. And I was like, this nigga's only 16? Or he'll be 16 or something? She was like, what? I was like, yeah. Nigga, you want to fuck my shit up? Nigga, fuck your shit up too, nigga.
Wait, okay. I think I do remember a ridiculous chick story. My senior year of high school, you said high school, maybe remember, I got a wrong number call while I was in headed from the 3rd hour to 4th hour. My phone just rang. I just answered, like, hello?
Oh, y'all forgot, I'm like,
and
phones.
She's like, it was a cell phone, so I answered it, and I was like, hello? I shouldn't answer at school. It's kind of funny. He's like, she said a name. I was like, nah, you got the wrong number. And she was like, oh, that's weird. I must have pressed the wrong digit. But I was like, but now that you got the wrong number, you sound kind of cute. Who are you? And she's like, I'm
Sounding cute is funny as hell.
Exactly. But she's like, I'm Candy. Like, your name Candy? She's like, yeah. I'm like, man, call me back when I get out of school. I get out of school at 2:30. She's like, okay. Calls me back at 2:30 when I'm walking on the bus. I'm like, oh, I met this bitch. I ain't meet the bitch, but I guess I met this bitch in second, third period. And then we talking, standing for the bus, watching me talk to a stranger, like whole bus ride home. I go home, I got to charge my phone because I'm still on the phone with this chick for like 2-3 hours.
Damn, that's the high school love.
Bro, it was crazy. I talked to her the whole night, talked to her for like the next 2 weeks. I got a car, so I'm like, yo, where you at in St. Louis? I could probably come get you. Like, I'm on the south side. I'm from the south side. I'm like, say no more. Let's meet on the south side. Nigga, she meets me like 2 weeks later. I'm on the block talking to my homies like, hey man, I met this chick on the phone. You sound cute. I'm gonna bring her over here, blah, blah, see what's up. Everyone like, oh,
and you ain't never met her yet.
No, bro. I'm the like youngest thing on the block too. This is the funniest part. Like, I got 2 older brothers, everybody else older than me. I'm telling this cool ass story. Like, man, go ahead, bring the bitch through, man. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get her real quick. So I go pick her up. She get in the car. Little brown skin thing. Her name really Candy. She actually cute.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I just knew she was gonna be ugly.
Shit,
I was waiting for that.
Her voice was too cute to be ugly, but she wasn't like crazy fine. She just was like a cute little brown butter. So I was like, oh yeah, I could bring you back to the block for sure. I brought her back to the block. And I want to say within 5 minutes, I didn't talk to the bitch the rest of the night. Like, them niggas grabbed her up and she just went with them. Like,
what?
Yeah, nigga, just like all the old niggas on my block was like, who this bitch? Who bitch is this? Hey, come here, girl. And she just
got your bitch snatched.
And I was like, you shady bitch, Candy, I just brought you. Like, nigga, it was so fast that my brothers was like, is that your bitch? I'm like, I mean, it was my bitch. I did say I was gonna bring her to the block. I don't know why. I thought that was a good idea.
She ain't sure it's just your turn.
Nigga, Candy played me hard that day. She called me the next day like, what happened? What you mean what happened?
I had something not like that, but definitely just like kind of like, my mom drove school buses and there was this girl on her school bus that she was like, yo, I think you'll like my son. Cause she used to bring my youngest son, cause he was a baby, on the bus with her for her routes because she didn't have a babysitter.
Right.
And they would let her do that. You know, there's way different laws back then. Like, they would let that happen. And so she's like, oh, your son is adorable. Like, she's like, oh, these are my other 2 kids. And the girl's like, who's that? She's like, oh, that's my oldest son. Me and this girl were like 2 years apart. But I was like in high school. She was still in middle school. She was like, I'll hook you up. I don't know why my mom thought that was okay. Like, I was way too advanced for this girl. But she was only 2 years younger than me. Plugged me in with the chick. I ended up taking the chick's virginity. I really cared about the girl, but she was a maniac after that. I stopped talking to her or whatever. We had like a 3-month like kind of split. One day she's like, I'm gonna come see you, whatever. I'll bring her to the block. We down there talking. But she met me there. I didn't bring her. I was there. She showed up. I'm talking to one of my older sister's baby's dads. And me and him is talking, well, that's my man. We kicking it, whatever. She pulls up. He's like, yo, what you doing down here? Like, I ain't tell you to pull up. I'm like, what? And she's like, she got this look on her face. I'm like, yo, give me a hug. She was like, she was fucking him too and didn't know we knew each other. Let alone not know each other, but this is my nephew's dad. So she's like, he's like, yo, you be fucking him? I was like, I used to. I don't know more. I guess he was like, oh, that's crazy. Yo, get in the car, shorty. Hey, I'm out, bro. That's my bitch. I was like, all right. I was like, what the fuck? I wasn't really mad because we weren't together. It was like we was reconnected, but it was just crazy that happened.
Why is it so messed up when girls act up, but niggas, we do the same shit, but it just sounds so much worse when you hear the girls' side of it. You're like, oh my God.
Because they're supposed to be precious, dog.
Exactly. They're so delicate little bunnies. They're like, you use your vagina often? Besides me?
Often, yeah, you're disgusting.
Shame.
All right, let's get into that. This or that.
Oh, yeah.
This or that, John Grimes. Okay, watch a video of your last sexual encounter with everyone in the room, or have 12-inch pubic hair you can't trim.
Watch a sex tape with everybody I know in the room.
The last shorty you cracked, which would be, I'm assuming your girl, hopefully, she's watching. Yeah, her. Y'all hit, it's recorded somehow. Bang Bros is in there with the 4K. And then and then you got to watch it with everyone in the room. Now, I don't know who everyone in the room is. It could be the Laugh Factor. It's Ruby Tuesdays. That's what it is. We had Ruby Tuesdays on the couch. Me, you, Rico, Tone, Ruben, Jesse, Dre, the whole crew. We up there, and then they're like, yeah, let's pop on this. We think it's about to be whoever's on stage with doing a set.
Somebody got a hot 10 y'all want to watch.
Y'all got somebody got a hot 10. Yeah, they call it a sex tape a hot 10. Yo, check out this hot 10. And they pop it on, and it's you and your shorty stark naked in the room. Or you just got 12 inches, a foot long of pubic hair you can't trim. It don't grow, it don't shrink. It's 12 inches around your meat. Pause.
Well, then I just feel like a pony then, wouldn't I?
Yeah, you'll be a stallion. John the Stallion.
You got some Malaysian pubic hair.
Yeah, you got weave on your joint.
I would probably have to go with the Malaysian pubic hair because...
For the rest of your life?
Yeah, because I feel like we only so far removed from niggas keeping pubic hair. Like, we only a generation or two from everybody just being like, this is normal.
But 12 inches?
I would have to see 12 inches to know what it looks like, but it don't sound that horrible.
12 inches is like this.
That's crazy for you to go straight on any level.
So you going with the pubic hair?
Yeah, because I'm not about to fucking... I don't want to watch myself on porn, let alone watch people watch me watch myself.
Here's what so if I gotta choose...
I got a little butt, so I don't like the idea.
That's gay. The fact is, fuck out of here, dog. Fuck out of here. You want more ass?
Yeah.
You wish you had more ass, John?
I don't want that frog booty, dog.
No, he's like, yeah, I wish I had a little bit more. He said, I wish I had a little bit more cakes.
Yo, thrust look mad weak.
No,
you don't got no ass,
you see the dimples in your ass?
When a frog jump, bro, it look weak as shit, bro. Like, that frog ain't jump. It's because he ain't got no ass.
You got the dimples in the side of your ass from you clenching before you bust and shit. They see that? That's crazy.
It helps with the cinema, bro. I'm not trying to be out here looking like I'm not thrusted because of like an inverted ass.
So you taking 12 inches?
Pause. I am definitely.
Hey, yo.
I'm going with the longer.
My bad.
That was crazy, bro. I'm not taking 12 inches.
So, okay. I'm going to go with the sex tape because it's a one-time thing. Let me make sure that's what it says. Watch a video of your last sexual encounter with everyone in the room. Yeah, that's a one-time thing. So that I just get that out the way.
I guess unless it was like if I just hooked up with a stripper, right? And that was the last sexual encounter I had.
You adding stuff to it. Whoever your last counter was right now, that's who it is.
I just got back from Miami. You know I hooked up with a stripper in Miami.
Well, I hope your girl don't see this and now you're going to go home.
It's scripted.
She going to be like, what the fuck? But whoever your last, that's who you got to answer for. I don't care if you tell them who it was. You know who it is.
Well, even the stripper would have to know that I don't want no frog booty too. So it feels like, yeah, I'm going to go with the long hair.
I'm going with the video. I'm going to tell you why. Here's the only thing that would be like messing with my brain is if I don't know it's being filmed, I'm less likely to just be walking around on soft, just the camera right on me like, hey, where's your rags at? Like, just standing there.
Not knowing you filmed is crazy.
But you know what? The last chick I fucked the shit out of her. So that performance, I want somebody to see. Now I don't want dudes to see it cut for no, you know what I mean? But I'm not
going to... You listed 8 dudes earlier.
You said what?
You listed 8 dudes in the room. You said, yeah.
That was for you.
Well, who gonna be in your room then?
Some bitches. A bunch of baddies.
Oh my gosh.
A bunch of baddies. So I'm going with that because it's a one-time thing and my last performance was top notch.
Freaky ass nigga. This or that for yourself. Have everyone in the room discover your darkest secret.
Ooh,
or
shit.
Vomit every time you orgasm.
Oh. It's easy, but I'm going to go into it. I just know fucking... You was just sick a couple days ago. Did you throw up or was it just a head cold?
A head cold.
So yeah, throwing up, it's violent. Like...
Yeah, no, my whole body jerks. Like I don't know how people just throw up regular.
So imagine you bust right after, back to back. You'll be depleted every time. And then shorty's never fucking you again. If you vomit immediately after you come, oh, it's a wrap.
That's got to be a porn category, though, right?
Maybe. What if this? Let's do this before I give you my answer. What if you were able to go down on a chick and her orgasming turns you on so much that it made you orgasm and then you threw up in her lap?
Are her legs wrapped around my head?
I don't. However you do
Now we
it,
got
but you're
the
down there.
vomit bowl.
It's
around
one
my
of these.
face.
It's one of these where you got her locked in, and you going for it, and then you and that makes you bust. You're like, oh fuck, throw it right on her box.
This is me holding her legs in place.
Yeah. Either whether you're laying down, however, but you throwing up on that pussy.
Oh, like I'm holding her upside down.
No, you laying down like a sniper
Oh,
with your frog butt.
you could hold her upside down with that same arm position, right?
And that's 69 though.
Is that no? Like I'm standing up and she's just dangling.
Yeah, where's her face at?
Facing that way.
You're eating her asshole?
No, like
Her face can't be facing the back.
her face is facing that way.
Her face is in between your legs.
Like if she sat up, she would be facing you, but if she drops back and falls over,
Oh.
so now you're just eating it from an aerial.
Oh,
angle,
like you're
and all the
going
blood
down
to
like
her
this.
Head. Yeah, all the blood going to her head, and you drop her.
So like a sit-up position, like you're holding her legs for like a PT test in an arm.
She got to do crutches to get up. That's
Oh, then that means it's gonna run down her vagina, down her titties, into her face. That's
yeah. Now
worse.
she got to eat your vomit.
That's what, yo.
That's a little
That's
hot.
definitely a category
That's a little hot.
on whatever X videos. No, but you ever see the ones where they make the girl throw up on her piece and they keep making them lick it off the ground and shit?
I don't know how people get into anything extra free. I get called vanilla a lot, and I'm pretty.
What's
certain
vanilla mean? Like
I don't like no
green?
strange shit. Even when you ask me my favorite porn categories, people was laughing because I named like just basic shit.
Yeah, I ain't into all that.
I said realtor. That ain't even
Real
the description
estate,
of a woman.
escalated, fighting.
I did a bunch of shit that's like you can see it like Whole Foods.
Yeah, you said I want something that is realistic. Like that makes sense. To see it, that's a fantasy that you know could come true.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't know.
So for you wanted stuff that you're like,
that's
there's a
vanilla,
possibility.
though. Apparently that's vanilla to people.
Nah, you talking to some P. Diddy ass niggas. They're like, yeah, I want to choke the bitch till she black out. And then the cops got to come while we're fucking. You like, bro, what type of shit is it that you need to get off on?
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with people, man. Some people are just a little too freaky, man, and they need church.
So, okay, I'll pick the darkest secret thing. Only because I can't violently be throwing up when I come. Because what if even when I jack off, then I got to clean up two mess. You jacking off, you bust, and then you throw up on your pipe? Nah. So I'm going with the darkest secret.
I got a bonus round, this or that for you.
All right, but you ain't answer yours.
Which one was it?
The one you asked me.
Oh, I got to pick one too?
You got to answer it. Yeah, you got to pick one.
My darkest secret.
Yeah.
Everyone in the room discovered that.
Yeah. Just in that room.
Oh, that's fine. I don't know what my darkest secret is. But I'm sure
you might be able to unalive them once you tell them before they leave the room.
Absolutely. As soon as my phone dies, so does everybody else in the room.
So what's the bonus round?
Bonus round is all right, it's a dude pointing a gun at you. It's like some jigsaw shit. You only can do one of the two things to survive. All right. But you gotta choose what it is to survive. All right. So the first option is hey, stop laughing. Okay.
No, don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh.
Here we go. Here you go.
He got the gun on me.
He said you only can do one of these two things to get out of this room alive. First thing is you can either peel this banana with your ass.
Wait, do what? Nah, time out. What the fuck did you say? See, you keep laughing. I can't hear you, nigga.
You gotta either peel the banana with only your ass.
Peel a banana with my butt cheeks.
Or either oh my god, you can either peel the banana with your ass only, or you gotta suck the gum out of a gumball.
Suck the gum out of a gumball?
Yeah.
All right. When I said this shit about the condom last week, you said, where do you come up with the sickest shit? Bro, those are both impossible.
You gotta pick one to live, bro.
So how you gonna suck the gum out of a gumball? My jaws will lock up. My molars will fall out of my mouth trying to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? There'd be no way. That's disgusting. Then a banana. Here's the problem with the banana.
What's the problem with the banana?
I'm going to treat it like I'm forcing out a shit. But you still got to put the tip in your butthole. to start it. Like, like you know how the drawstring come out of your hoodie and you gotta like push your feet in there a little bit
Wait.
to get it started. That's how I have to like feed the banana.
The
on my
first part of opening the banana is cracking the top of the stem. So where are you putting the stem at to crack
No,
it?
I'm not putting the stem in. I'm putting the bottom in the butt, in my butt, and I'm gonna like squeeze. I'm gonna clench my cheeks like real tight to try to like force
Like
it out
Donkey
the top,
Kong, you gonna squeeze.
like to peel it open. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, you can't crack a banana without cracking the stem. The stem gotta go up, man.
No. Put the bottom in and force. It's like you squeezing it from the bottom like toothpaste, like a toothpaste tube, like you're rolling it up. Like so, I'm gonna put the bottom. I'm gonna put.
So you rather show the gum in your ass strength or your mouth strength?
Because I don't think there's no way you can get the. How do you get the gum out of a gumball? The whole thing is a gum. The whole gum is gumball. So that's impossible. So I would just be there like, whole fucking face sucked in and shit like the nigga on the Bond movie. There's no way you could do that. So the banana is soft. It's not really that solid. You know what I'm saying? Like I just got to put like an inch, maybe half an inch in there, and then I can just squeeze like I'm squatting and just force the rest of it out.
Would you like to ask the gunman for an alternative then instead of the gumball?
Yes, sir, with the ratchet.
Okay.
The gumball, the whole thing is gum.
I guess you can just do the cherry tie with the stem.
I know I can't do that. I'm sure I can squeeze a banana.
So you go with the banana.
Facts.
Yeah.
Because it's the easiest.
So you get done with the banana and the gunman's like, all right, I guess you're free to go, but you could have just used your hand to tie the cherry stem.
You said I use my tongue, you nigga. Don't try to change it.
I just said tie the cherry stems. All I said.
You said with your tongue.
No, I said.
Let's go back and rewind the tape.
you wanted to go free you with the cherry stem. I said, or just tie a cherry stem up. You said.
With your tongue.
No, sir. All I did was look at you and say,
we're going to go back and look at this.
I guess you can just do the cherry tie with the stem.
Fuck out of here. That's the episode, man. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Stay safe, y'all.